Hecky Jack, Stuart McCall. Oh, this is what it feels like. Well, the pressure's off. How rare is this? Like, it never happens. It never happens. You know, even when Sheffield United have been promoted in the past, it's never been with like 3 games. Even the most recent one, we had to go to Stoke and they'd all been out, and United could still have won the league. So even that had a little something on it. We know we can't catch Burnley. We're not going to be caught by third. So today was just complete pressure off. Enjoy against a team that actually had something to play for. And yet this showed our lads delivered. Our brilliant boys in red and white. That's how they can play when there's absolutely no pressure. Now, of course, there's, yes, still things to play for. You heard Stuart McCall in the pre-match presser talking about the fact that there is clearly, they're professionals. There's financial reasons and bonuses and all sorts. You know, they wanted to keep a clean sheet. Didn't quite happen today. We will get to all of that. I've also been posing this question, which just think about as we go, through who for you was your man of the match. I mean, several contenders for it today. My name is Hal. This is our match reaction to the Blades 4, Preston North End 1. Let's go right back to the tippity top and talk about the team news. I promise I'm never going to say tippity top again. Bogle was starting at right wing back. Bash came in. Norwood was partnering Doyle in the middle, something I really wanted to see. I was fascinated to see how that would work. Sharp came in, desperately searching for that goal, which meant Baldock, Egan, Sanderberger and Ollie McBurney-Powell all sat on the bench to start this one. So the first half, I thought United started by just enjoying a lot of the ball. Possession was almost always more with United. Jackie Long throw, tried to catch a ball at one point. We saw some early speculative efforts from Tommy Doyle. He clearly wanted to bag today. And the ground was rooting for Sharp, as I mentioned, to try and bag what would have been his 250th goal. By the way, Wikipedia disputes that, but I'm certain he's on 249 and has been for a little while now. So really hoping the next 2, Huddersfield and Birmingham, that he can get one. It'd be nice for him to score against Neil Warnock's side. The rain began to fall, and on 19, Brad Potts on the right for Preston swung a cross in, which was sliced by Jackie Long throw and went over the bar. Could have gone absolutely anywhere, and Preston had a corner on the left, which was taken by Ledson, but cleared by United. I remember there was cries of Hecky, give us a wave. They ran out. He waved back. There was also a Preston fan dressed as a giant phallus. Decent following from Lancashire. P&E pushing for a playoff place. They won't get it. I said this before the game. Preston don't do excitement. They are a team that's destined to stay in whatever division they're in at whatever time they're in it for a long time. What a game. Harley, you absolute legend. Thank you very much for that donation. If you would like to support the channel, then donations will be gratefully received. We hardly get any. I will tell you now, I go on quite a few YouTube channels as a guest. Every other fan base donates a fortune. I went on the Leeds one. I think it was nearly 100 quid by the end, and they ain't anywhere near as good as this at me. I didn't even speak English there. So they're better than me. Now, Ndai on the break from another Preston corner, their second of the match at that stage. And Ndai picked it up in his own half on 21 minutes, burst through the Preston defence, through the middle, and he saw McAtee on the right. He was obviously calling for it, and Ndai laid it off to the Man City low knee. I backed McAtee to smash this into the back of the onion bag, but Preston keeper Freddie Woodman, who is a keeper I like, was equal to it, pulling off a good save from the left-footed kind of scoop shot from McAtee. A great chance. Sharp was clearly fouled on the edge of the area. The referee, Stephen Martin, wasn't a jerk in this occasion, had a little think about it before blowing on 28 minutes. It was Illiman actually who passed to Sharp, who drew the defender in, and then a clever turn won the free kick on the edge of the box. McAtee took the free kick. Not a bad ball, defended well. Lowe put the recycled ball back into the mixer, and Jackie Long throw just missed with an attempted header at the far post. It was over his head, and he'd have needed to be probably a foot taller to win it. But decent football, decent leap of the salmon-like Jackie Long throw, and I was really impressed with United. Billy had the better of Hughes as well, the defender, a fair few times in the first half. And then we had the goal. The Blades took the lead. Anel Ahmed Hodic who is a friend, of course, of this channel, his 7th of the season in all competitions, his second in as many matches, from a Doyle corner on the right. He headed it against the post and then it went in. He jumped highest, won it well despite tight marking. He just wanted it more. And on 36 minutes, the Blades had a very, very deserved lead. Treat yourself. I thank you so much. We're all skin. And then have another one. Amazing. So kind of you. Really do appreciate it. If you would like to donate and support the channel, it would be much appreciated. If I told you I don't see a penny of it, you might go, yeah. No, really. It just goes back into the running costs. So it would be really much appreciated. So anyway, United 1-0 up at this stage. Doyle then had a shot through the rain, saved well. Robinson had a pop after that, following a good layoff from McAtee in the box, and it whistled wide of the left-hand post. It was all action, this game. You couldn't take your eyes off it. Just before the break, United had yet another free kick. Norwood, he is really good, and Doyle stood over it. In again, that pouring rain. Norwood with a good strike, went for goal. Woodman tipped over. We know Norwood can score free kicks from range. Wasn't to be on this occasion, but a very tidy performance from United first half. And Preston, considering they had it all to play for in the first half, were poor value. They offered little attacking intent. United controlled the game at that stage. We then went into the second half and things would change. No blade changes at half-time. We watched the side kick towards the cup for what was the final time until we watched them as a Premier League side. Preston did make changes. On came Manchester City loanee Liam Delap for Jordan Storey. I was aware of the story here that Liam Delap hadn't yet scored a goal, so you just knew what was going to happen. Thomas Cannon with a foot like a... well, you know the rest. The Lily-White striker saw the ball break for him in the box on the left. Fairly fortuitous that it actually got to him. I remember Anel trying to clear. But anyway, it must be said, he had the shot and Wes off his line early to deny the Everton loanee on 48. But Preston started the second half the brighter. Coatsy, you absolute legend. That's proper money. That's real money. That's not Easter egg money. That's very, very, very much appreciated. By the way, why am I referencing Easter eggs? I went out and bought reduced Easter eggs. I may or may not have had a couple for breakfast. Don't judge me. So, on 49, Ndiaye had a chance after a ricochet from a misplaced pass and an opportunity to make it 2-0, but his effort was saved at close range. It fell to Ndiaye again, and he laid it off to McAtee. Kind of left it, really, for McAtee, who had a shot blocked almost on the line. It was just slightly off the line. Some faint appeals for handball, but it definitely wasn't. Hit the chest. A big opportunity not taken by United. At that stage, I was concerned that it might be an opportunity missed. Billy then took the ball into the box, got past his man, and this was the moment. You go, Billy, go on. It was a great pass from Iliman Ndiaye, and then Billy just fell over. He tripped over his own feet, and you saw the ball run harmlessly out for a goal kick. By the way, Nick's not going to know what's happened because we never get donations. This is really, really kind. Paul, thank you so much. Thanks for the season, guys. Pat yourselves on the back. Do you know what? If we'd lost today, I don't think we'd be getting as many. This is really, really appreciated. We're all in a sort of decent mood, aren't we now? It's great. It's a lovely, lovely feeling. I don't know this feeling, this relaxed feeling at the end of the season. There's always something to play for. Not no more. Anyway, Billy falling over. That's where we were. Then we had great running from McAtee on 59. Parrott stopped him illegally as he made it into the Preston half and received a yellow. Parrott received a yellow from the free kick. United saw Ndiaye try to tee up Norwood, but his layoff was just short and P&E could clear. On the hour mark, we saw a substitution. Doyle withdrawn, and I think this is right to mention because it was a standing ovation and a thank you for all his wonderful work on loan from Manchester City. Never fall in love with a lone player, but we've only gone and done it again. If they were all like Rida Kadra, we'd be fine. But they're playing with my heart. And this is final performance at Bramall Lane. The chorus of na, 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 he's a blade and he's a blade, ran out. Will we see Doyle next season in a Blade shirt? He said he'd be buzzing to come back. Berg came on for Doyle. Berge, Berge, let's call him all the names. Billy Sharp didn't get his 250th today. He was replaced by Daniel Jebison. That's real money. Harley, mate, are you okay? Is everything all right? I mean, you're going to get in trouble with this. But thank you. It really is appreciated. Crikey. Starting to wish I did see some of this now, but it's all going back into the channel. And for the podcast alone costs us quite a bit, and no one listens to that. So goal for Preston, we have to talk about it. We knew the narrative. We hoped we'd keep a clean sheet. Delap scored his first ever goal for Preston. He knew it was going to come on 63. A ball crossed from the right by Brad Potts, so I thought it had a decent game for the Lily Whites, and it was a tap-in for Delap. Appeals for offside from the Blades defenders, Robinson and Anel, but not given. Preston then pressed again from the restart, looking far more up for it than they had in the opening 45. United not taking their chances in the first half. A smoke bomb was thrown from the Preston fans behind the goal. You know, I'm not a huge fan of those, unless they're red and from, Sheffield United fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Nick will tell me off if I don't say that. 67 minutes, United then won a couple of corners, and Bogle at the far stick headed it straight at Woodman. Well, I guess he was supposedly trying to play it back across the danger area, but the neck muscles, they were not strong enough. Jebison put himself about, didn't he? Worked hard, looked strong. I've often thought with Jebbo, he hasn't looked strong enough. I remember when we were actually allowed to go back in after COVID, that game at home against Burnley, and I was watching him really closely. I took special attention to Jebbo that day, and he got out-muscled almost constantly. Not today. Looked really strong. He's been hitting the weights. And another change as well. Fleck came on for United for McAtee, another who received a great ovation from the Blades faithful and thoroughly deserved a tremendous contribution to a successful season. And also, yes, thank you everyone from us for the donations. They've mostly been from Harley. He says, okay, that's it. And obviously he's got to be, hasn't he? He's got to be top of the wish list. But McAtee as well. And I'm so glad that myself and Nick stuck to our guns, because I did a video on McAtee at the start of the season where I said he was going to be a superstar, that we'd all fall in love with him and he'd be so crucial with his tricky feet and his wonderful interplay and the things he can do with the ball. And he didn't start well. And I remember after that Luton game getting quite a lot of grief. And that's always a risk you run. I don't always get it right. Of course not. But I really believed in this lad. And I'm so glad we didn't back down, and we backed him. And he completely turned it around. And what a signing on loan McAtee has proven to be. Berger then fired across the face of goal on 71. What a great ball it was. No one could get contact on the ball, and the chance it went begging. Decent build-up as well, involving Bogle, Jebbo and Ndai. I just want to mention again how good I thought Daniel Jebison was in this game. Then we got a goal, 72. Fleck got his first of the season with a wicked deflection, Fleck looked delighted as he celebrated in front of the Kop. You could see how much that meant to him. Maybe he's going to go. We don't know. We just don't know. United retook the lead then. I was so delighted with this goal. Norwood, just to talk you through it, played the ball out to Jebbo, who ran back-heeled beautifully to Fleck and got into the box on the left. He fired low. The deflection took it looping high over Woodman. Couldn't do anything about it. From a sliding block from a Preston player. Don't ask me which one. And Fleck had his first goal since Forest in the playoff second leg last season. Weirdly, he also scored in that kind of 70 to 80 minute. I think he got 72 today, and I think it was 77 minutes he scored against Forest. Then we had a goal at 75 minutes. Jebison, who caused all sorts of problems for Preston, rode a challenge at the byline, outmuscled his man. P&E wanted a free kick, but it was not a foul, and Jebison helped make it 3-1 with a pinpoint pass to Iliman Ndai, who sort of struck it, like just cushioned it well, removed his shirt, celebrated in front of the Kop. He was booked for that. Stephen Martin, not seeing the passionate side. Of course, he has to book him, but sometimes you wish you could just go, "Oh, come along." Preston was so open at the back because they were looking for a goal. Of course they were, and you felt United could score with every attack. I actually felt like if Billy was still on, he may have got another opportunity, but that would only be if Jebbo was on as well, because he was the man making things happen. Preston have only won 2 of the last 20 visits to Bramall Lane as well. So, this one was always going to be an uphill battle for them. On 82, Iliman Ndai went off to be replaced by Oli McBurney-Pal. Another huge ovation for the Senegalese international. We pray we'll see Illy in a Blade shirt next season. I still want to hear Oli McBurney, who says "man" at the end of every sentence, saying "Iliman, man." Egan took the captain's armband as he replaced one of the players of the season, Jack Robinson. Yeah, I said it. Big fan. John Egan's 214th appearance for Sheffield United, only the second time he's been brought on as a sub. Leeds United the other time. Preston appealed for a penalty on 86. Ref was having none of it. It was a pen. It looked a pen to me. Delap getting past Anel, who maybe was a little fatigued at this stage, and he just stuck out a leg. We got away with one there, Blades. You know me, I'm always fair. A great run with tricky feet from Sander, carrying the ball into the box and winning a corner on 87. Stephen Martin, the referee, decided to add on 7 minutes in this one. And then we had that fourth goal. Norwood to Berger in the box at the byline, cross blocked for a corner on 95 on the right-hand side. Norwood took it with his right foot. Look, Burnley won the header. It was cleared. It came back out onto the right. And who was there? Basham crossed it, and McBurney, the substitute, with a cracker. The Blades signing off in style at home. A scissor kick from Ollie McBurney. A very tricky chance to execute so brilliantly, and his first since the FA Cup goal against Blackburn Rovers in the quarterfinals at home. 4-1, a convincing win. The Blades largely in control in front of over 30,000 fans. Just fantastic. Blades, fantastic all round. 19 shots, 10 on target, 54% possession, 10 Blades corners. It was just a superb performance. 2 games to come. Great to see the presentation for the players and coaching staff, the fans respecting that, not running on the pitch again. That's how you do it, Blades fans. That's how you do it, Forest. A touch of class, letting the lads that got us there celebrate on the pitch and in some cases with their families. We have the best fans in the world. And I love you all. Let's have a look at some of the comments. Absolutely brilliant. Blades was going to donate, but I forgot. I mean, David, I'm still here. Both of Jebba's assists today were class. They were. Stuart, good name. Great channel, boys. Nick, Hal, Ollie, not forgetting Jimmy as well for Blades Ramble. Also, Delay has got his, Delap, that will be, got his first goal for Preston against us. He also scored 5 this year, 3 goals against us. So yes, okay, yes, you cleared it there, absolutely. When all the football is done, no better place to go than the Sheffield United way. Well, that's a very nice thing for you to say. Do appreciate all of your feedback, all of your comments. So what I want at the bottom, please, wherever you're watching this, your man of the match, but also something I'm interested in, your player of the season. Ahmed Hodzic really had for you guys a great game. He absolutely did. And I really appreciate you with that donation contribution. I'm just going to shock him. I'm just going to throw it out there. But you could have an option for player of the season because the awards due is tonight. He's not going to win it, but I don't think enough people are talking about a man who's had someone chomping at his heels all season, a man who's had injuries, a man who has to travel quite far when he plays international football. He's having to learn another language at the same time. He's the angriest man on the planet, but he never let Sheffield United down. George Baldock. And I think he deserves a special mention and special praise. I hope we buy either Doyle or McAtee and then get the other one on loan. Andrew, that's absolutely really what we have to do, isn't it? Because we can only get one on loan from the same club in the Premier League. I think the most likely, because I think City think the ceiling for McAtee is the highest, is if possible, buy Doyle, loan McAtee. Both of them are massive City fans, so hard to prize them away, and we know how much Manchester City value those two. I've really enjoyed doing this today. Thanks again for watching. Brilliant win. The Blades are going up.